Welcome to the Living History School. Today we'll be looking at voles, holes, and runs, and coyote scat. Hello, welcome to the Living History School. Today we'll be looking at some signs of coyote. This is some coyote scat. It's most carnivores, their scat is full of a lot of hair and bones. If you see the white pieces right here, I'll zoom in on them. Coyote scat is mostly composed of this is some rabbit fur in here. Let's see if I can get close enough. See the rabbit fur, and then there's bits of white bone. So that's how to tell that it's coyotes. Of course, it's a lot bigger than a fox, and it's obviously not a dog because dogs don't generally eat. Domestic dog, I should say. Domestic dog. So yeah, so that's some coyote scat, and we'll be looking for some tracks here too. Here's another shot of some more coyote scat. This time of year, in the wintertime, there's still some wild rose hips on the rose plants, and they'll go up and eat the rose hips because food's kind of somewhat scarce. But this one here is still, another one's composed mainly of fur and bits of bone. See, it's kind of pinched off at the end there. This is a coyote trail that leads through the brambles here. It's about the height of a small dog. Go through. It's pretty well used. Let's see if we can find some tracks. Heads in through here, through just above an orchard. The coyotes go from here down through this trail onto the. It's a nut orchard, and there's lots of squirrels, so they're on their way to get some squirrels or rabbits here in the brush. This hole here is a vole hole. Voles are kind of like small field mice, but they have short tails. They're a little bit larger than a field mouse. They have little runs, and then along through the grass, kind of little tunnels. We're going to pull some of this apart, and I'll show you. Little runs that go down into tunnels under the ground. So here's a short run that stops here where they kind of would eat. If you follow this tunnel down through the grass, you can see it winds around up under here. It's another place where it stopped to eat, and then the tunnel continues on through the grass. Just kind of, there's a branch of the branches off. One side goes that way, and one goes that way. Oh, they nibble the grass, and such that it goes that way. And you get along this trail, you can find where their scat is. Kind of looks like a mouse scat. It runs through here, and of course, coyotes like to eat voles. They'll spend time, just like a dog will sit out here in the grass, and they'll listen for the voles running along, and then jump, kind of pounce on them. Here's some deer scat too in the grass. There's lots of deer. Here's another good vole trail. We'll kind of follow it with the camera. It kind of winds around through the grass. You like a road there going through the grass along there. Let's see if I can find any scat here. Winds around. See it kind of going through that way. Here's a well-worn vole trail. See this one goes underneath this grass right here. I'll move it with my foot. Down through there, whoop, there through the moss. Going that way, up under. Now this vole here, he has like the palace of vole holes. He has this nice big rock with a little cave that he goes under this, right up underneath this nice rock. Let's see if I can zoom in on his house there. We'll zoom out. It's a nice big mossy rock he lives under. Just outside his big mossy rock, if we go down this trail here, there's a big pile of vole scat. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. See all those little like mouse pellets? There's some decomposing ones or wet ones, but he comes right out there, eats a little bit, and then travels down his trail. And there's a little place where he goes to the bathroom there.